this Snake and see what he can do on PS2 for this first match of Top 8.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. PS2, you know it. This game's Smashville. This game's Melee Battlefield. You know what it is. It's everyone's favorite, everybody's standard pick at the beginning. Pretty good stage for a lot of characters all around, and we're going to see how Bowser is going to be able to do against Snake here. Already looking pretty at about 50% already, and just holding his ground in the neutral right and center stage after already being up about 40%.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the advantage state has just been phenomenal so far from Sansko with that down air just forcing Snake to go high. All of these B reverses, a failed B reverse grenade is just going to keep him on the run here.
For sure, my friend, for sure. It's like, you know, Snake is the kind of character that really, for the most part, always forces you to play his neutral. But I feel like Bowser doesn't have to care about that necessarily as much as some other characters will, considering just how heavy of a character he is. Like, yeah, it's Snake. You both literally and metaphorically get blown up in this matchup. But at the end of the day, Bowser's going to be living against that kind of stuff longer than just about any other character in this game. So it's going to be all about when he really picks and chooses to make his way in. There's that fire breath blowing up the grenade we were talking about earlier, Turtle Hands. Taking a little damage at that front, but Sansko still got the lead.
Still got the lead indeed, and now at 132, now Bowser is afraid of up tilt. He wasn't afraid at like 90 when all the other characters are usually afraid of it. So Jakul could definitely make a nice comeback here, but I think Sansko has just been picking his spots so well with that read. My goodness, he's just all over him.
I love the confidence in even going for the ledge guard as well when he's stuck in the Cypher, despite the C4 being on the left Pokemon Stadium platform, because he knew that there was no way he could detonate it right there. You know, so many players are just, they elect to just run away from the C4 as soon as they see it, but it's all about on Sansko picking and choosing his targets precisely enough to know, okay, he can't detonate the C4 here, no reason to be afraid of it, I have a chance to take an advantageous position here, and I am not going to pass that up.
Oh, yeah. Man, just such good momentum. Had him on the run for so long, whiffed a few options, but Jakul wasn't able to counter hit, and so the momentum just stayed in Sansko's favor. And now at 90 still, like, this is a huge, huge advantage here.
Yeah, definitely looking very poised so far. He's still got a whole stock, racking that percentage up slowly but surely, blowing up again with the back air, almost killing Snake from damn near center stage. Now he's got him right in disadvantage where he wants him, but potentially overextending a little bit with that forward air. Spot dodging at the right time, but still not able to get away from the missile up smash. Makes his way through, though, finally.
Oh, no spot dodge punish there. Sansko just able to get away with that, still alive and lapped him completely. I mean, like, Snake maybe have had to deal with Metal Gear and all kinds of technological stuff in his games, but he is not ready for this absolute beast of a Koopa.
Yeah, definitely ain't no robot, like, no robot Bowser yet, no Robo Bowser. That's probably going to be like the bigger thing that's bigger than King Kong and Godzilla that shows up in like the middle of that movie that they suddenly have to team up to defeat. Yeah, but Snake is definitely used to that Metal Gear for sure. And I gotta say, Sansko is playing this matchup pretty much exactly like how I thought he was going to play. And that is no fear.
Yeah.
That is just no fear at all. He's going in.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I think Bowser needs to be able to run the advantage state and especially get a stock lead early in a kind of matchup like this, because if Bowser's playing catch-up, he suddenly has to choose to navigate all of Snake's minefields and grenades, whereas if he's, like, kind of either has a stock lead or it's a bit more even, he can just choose to be like, all right, I'm not engaging with this camp right now. This isn't super favorable for me, you know?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, I feel like the more Bowser sort of plays into that fear and respects Snake's neutral, that's where he's really going to gain his advantage. Some other characters don't really have the privilege of being able to play in that semblance of no fear way against Snake, and are in a sense forced to play his neutral. It's like that big kid on the playground that like forces everybody to play the game his way, and you know, everybody thinks he's an ass, but they just don't really do anything about it just because he's so much bigger and he'll blow you up if he gets the chance. Now Bowser's the bigger one. Now Bowser's the bigger one, and as a result, he kind of just doesn't care. He can go in, tank all this damage because he's the heaviest character in the game, plus he's got Tough Guy, and he's also got forward air to be able to break the zone against Snake a lot easier. You know, a lot of characters don't have like a quick forward air, and one that has this big crescent hitbox like that, they might have a harder time against Snake.
Yeah, man, and this Flame Breath is also just cooking Snake alive. It's like he's crawling through the vent in that one scene, Metal Gear Solid 4. He just can't handle the heat right now.
No, definitely not. And he could definitely deal with that grenade from a distance as well with the fire breath. I mean, in terms of using it as a mobility option on the way back down, maybe like to B-reverse it or something like Bowser's are one to do, I feel like that's where Sansko will definitely have to be a little bit more careful, as the grenade saving JustJakul's life right there, but it's not going to stop the life being not saved from the down air.
Oh my gosh. I mean, Sansko's awareness of these grenade explosions has just tenfold improved his combo game. His advantage state has just been so good. Jeez, great tech, but is it going to be enough? Like, the damage is already done. Great back throw to C4 to try and mitigate the damage here, but man, Sansko is just all over him.
That was so awkward on the part of Sansko, I'm not gonna lie. It's like, he turned around because he knew that JustJakul was gonna roll from ledge, but then he hesitated to do anything because he noticed right then and there that the C4 was on him. But by the time he realized it was pretty much too late. He got attacked and comboed into it, but wasn't gonna stop him from retaliating immediately. It's like I said, you know, Bowser just has an answer right back to Snake, tanking the damage and then just powering through to just keep him in disadvantage. Because Bowser, he also has a lot of tools to just keep Snake up as well, man. He's got up tilt, he's got forward air to sort of catch his landings properly because that has that huge crescent hitbox that starts and ends behind him. He's got up air, which is another really good juggling tool, nair that stays out forever. It's like Bowser's got the stuff to keep Snake in the air, and it's just really hard for Snake to be able to really keep it up enough to deal with a character like Bowser and kill him before he can kill him.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're seeing the difficulties right here. Like, Sansko has just been getting so much more damage per stock than Jakul has. He's been playing catch-up the whole time.
Yeah, it's like, you think like Bowser's such a big body, if any character would be able to just potentially give him a hard time, it's Snake, but JustJakul's never really having any... He's never getting Sansko into disadvantage. He's never getting him in the air where he really wants him and giving Bowser a hard time on the way down. And that's going to be Sansko going up 2-0 over JustJakul right now.
Yeah, and I mean, Jakul seems to be very proficient with, like, grenade placement and C4. He's doing a great job of that. But Sansko just appears to be one step ahead. And then when it comes to, like, oh, he's dealing with my camp game, suddenly Jakul... It feels like he doesn't have any answers. You see an awkward jump air dodge in against Sansko to try and like mitigate some kind of pressure. He's clearly scrambling in these situations. He's not sure what to do at all now that Bowser knows how to toss grenades at him. It's crazy.
Pretty much, yeah. And so, like, the only thing I can really think of on the way down for Bowser is a movement option that might be disadvantageous to him is B-reverse Flame Breath. Because he could just wind up too close to the grenade and it'll blow him up, like we've seen numerous times throughout this set. But again, Sansko just kind of doesn't care. He's like, I'm Bowser. This damage is a little insignificant to me. I know I'll be able to just keep this up and stay alive just a little bit longer and take you out when I need to, if I play the long game in that sense. Except Bowser just doesn't really have to play that long game in as thoughtful of a way. He's like, I'm going to run in, I'm going to hit you, and when you hit me, it's not going to matter as much.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing here is, as you can see on FD where there's no platforms, Jakul is not dealing with Sansko's double jumps and jump pressure well at all. Like, he got 108% and didn't get many hits on him just because he's letting Sansko jump around, like, whenever he wants, really.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention he got caught right in the beginning of the fire breath, too. Yeah, that time finally able to do that. It's rough, man. When you have a character who's as heavy as Bowser but can also move like him, that's not always the, very common thing. But, frame 3 jump squat across the board in this game. You're gonna need to know how to intercept a big body character like Bowser when you have to, and you figure his sheer girth would be enough of a way if you have enough projectiles to just play that keep away game and keep Bowser away from you while you can slowly tack on your damage on him, as a Snake player is one to do, as the C4 does not take the stock.
Wow.
But again, man, it's really just proving right now that JustJakul is going to have to really mix up his game and rely on something else if he wants to intercept Sansko and beat him to the punch when he has to, because every time he doesn't, man. Every time he swings, it's like Sansko just has an answer, whether it's up smash or something else, but finally getting the down throw up tilt, evening out the stocks.
Oh, that was a cute footstool. I mean, finding creative ways to deal with the jump, but he's just taking so much damage here. Snake can definitely chip him over and over again, but is it going to be enough, man? Jakul, yeah, that's just like a really tough situation. Bowser can absolutely guaranteed stage spike you there. You're not going to be able to tech that.
Too big of a hitbox, too exploitable of a recovery, with a beautiful jab lock to ensure maximum damage output on the part of Sansko, comboing the jab into the down smash that time around. Beautiful stuff, really showing that he knows his character right there, and the situations that he can do that, and that's a 3-0. If I ever did see one turtle hands, my man caught the turtle hands that set.
Jeez, he absolutely did. Oh my gosh, just sit on him over and over, jump a few times saying, hey, I can jump whenever I want against you, and then just drop kicking him. That's crazy.
Yeah, man, tanking